Hello students, myself Pooja Dhokre. Students, today we are going to study a lesson which is very interesting students. So for that, give me the answer of my question. Students, if there will be the dark in room, can you visible to see anything? No. Why? Because there were no light, so we can't see anything, isn't it? Okay, so in this lesson students, we are going to study about light, shadows and reflection. So open your textbook of science, page number 107, see the textbook. Here we see so many objects around us, colorful and different, isn't it? So before that students, see here. In this lesson, we are going to study about light, shadow, mirror and reflection, again pinhole camera. Okay, so students, what is light? See here, light is a form of energy that enables us to see all the things around us. Okay, the main source of light on the earth is the sun. Plants are able to prepare their own food using sunlight. So this you have already studied in your previous class, isn't it? Plants are able to prepare their own food using the sunlight. Now some other objects also give out light. They are known as luminous objects. Students, light is a form of energy which help us to see objects. When light falls on an object, some of the lights gets reflected. The reflected lights come to our eyes and we are able to see an object. So how can we see the object? So this one is the answer for that. Light is a form of energy which help us to see objects. When light falls on an object, some of the light gets reflected. The reflected light comes to our eyes and we are able to see an object. Now, form of energy which makes things visible. That means light is a kind of form of energy which makes things visible to us, and light travels in a straight line. Okay, so these are the properties of the light. Now students, see, open your textbook. See here, we see so many objects around us, colorful and different. On the way to school, we see things like buses, cars, cycles, trees, animals and sometimes flowers. How do you think we see all these objects? So students, how we see all these objects? Just now I told you about that in the PPT. Okay, think of the same places at the night time. If it were completely dark, what will you see? Nothing, isn't it? Suppose you go inside a completely dark room, are you able to see any object in the room? No. But when you light a candle or a torch, you can see the objects present in the room, isn't it? Without light, things cannot be seen. Light helps us see objects. So students, this is very important. Light helps us see objects. The torch bulb is an object that gives out light of its own. See, the torch bulb. You know the torch bulb? See, all of you have the mobiles. Just on the torch. So, this torch is also an object that gives its own light, isn't it? Okay, now the sun is another familiar object that gives its own light. During the day, its light allows us to see objects. Objects like the sun that give out or emit light of their own are called luminous objects. So students, this is a definition of luminous objects. What is that? Objects like the sun that give out or emit light of their own are called luminous objects. Now students, see here, what about objects like a chair, a painting or a shoe? We see these when light from a luminous objects like a sun, a torch or an electric light falls on this, then travel towards our eye. So these objects, when we see these objects students, we see these when light from a luminous objects. Like luminous objects means what students? The objects that gives or emit light of their own is called luminous objects. So falls on these and then travels towards our eye. So we'll see luminous objects. See here, luminous objects. Luminous objects, those objects which emit their own light, are called luminous objects. Again, luminous sources. The most important luminous source is the sun. Other includes, see the other examples of luminous source: fire, electric lights, fireworks and lightning. Okay. See here, luminous objects that emit their own light, that is the sun, a flashlight turned on. Here you can see the examples also. Luminous objects emit their own light. Examples: the sun, a fire, glow in the dark toys, watch faces, a filament in a light bulb and the fireflies. Okay, now students, we will see our next point: transparent, opaque and translucent objects. So what are the definitions of these three objects? We'll see here. You have already studied in your chapter 4 about this object. Then again we will recall, if we cannot see through an object at all, it is an opaque object. Okay, so students, see here, can I see from this duster? No. So this one is the opaque object. Again students, here, can I see from this book? No. So this one is also the opaque object. Again students, see, if you are able to see clearly through an object, it is allowing light to pass through it and is transparent. Students, what is the example of transparent object? Yes, glass. Very good. There are some objects through which we can see but not very clearly. Such objects are known as translucent object. Okay, this one is the paper. See students, I can see but not clearly. So this one is the example of translucent object. Okay, now we will see in detail illustration of transparent, translucent and opaque material. See, here is a table which tells us the examples of transparent, translucent and opaque object. See here in the first column, transparent object. See, spectacles, mirror, here is a glass jar. See, these all objects we can see from these objects very clearly. Here in translucent objects, see, paper, note, all these are the examples of translucent. We can see from this object but not clearly. So these are called as translucent object. Here in the third column, opaque. See students, watermelon, cat shadow, balloon, cake, dog. We can't see from these objects. So these are the opaque objects. Okay. Now here transparent, translucent and opaque. See the table. Let's all light pass through. In this transparent object, let's all light pass through. Here mirror, spectacle, can we see bulb, all these are objects we can see clearly from these objects. Okay, and in see here in translucent, let some light to pass through. Okay, leaf, dress, shirt, paper, goggle. So these are the translucent object. Here opaque. Let's no light pass through. Okay, so you can see the examples of this. We'll see the illustration of these three objects. See, transparent, directly all light passes through it, isn't it? See, here translucent, some light passes through. So for that we can see but not clearly. In transparent, all light passes through it so that we can see the object clearly. In opaque, no light passes through. See, here no light is passing through the object, so this one is called opaque object. And here the examples of translucent, transparent and opaque objects. Okay, all of you understood what is meant by transparent, translucent and opaque objects? Okay, now students, we'll see our next point. Here, types of objects. See, translucent, definition, an object that lets some light energy pass through. Here example, see, lamp, here goggles, you can see. Now transparent, an object that lets all light energy pass through it. So their objects are visible easily, isn't it? Here window, see the examples, glass of water, plastic toy. Now opaque, an object that absorbs light energy and does not let it pass through. See the examples, mug, tree, cup, book. So we can't see from these objects. So these are the opaque objects. Now understood all of you this? Okay. Now here are the differences of these three objects. See, these objects allow light to pass through them. In transparent objects, these objects allow light to pass through them partially. Okay, and opaque objects, these objects do not allow light to pass through them. This is the first point. Then second point, one can clearly see through transparent objects. So we can see clearly through the transparent objects, not translucent. One can see through the translucent objects but not very clearly. Here one cannot see through opaque objects. Okay. Now third one, transparent objects do not cast shadows because they do not block light. Translucent objects cast faint shadows as they block light partially. In opaque object cast dark shadow as they block light completely. Okay, so these are the three differences of the three objects. Now here students will see activity 1 which is given in the textbook. So open your textbook, see here look around you and collect as many objects as you can. An eraser, plastic scale, pen, pencil, notebook, single sheet of paper, tracing paper, or a piece of a cloth. Try to look at something far away through each of these objects. So just what they have told us, take the objects given here like eraser, plastic scale, pen, pencil, notebook, single sheet of paper, tracing paper, and try to look at something far away through each of these. Now here is light from a far away object able to travel to your eye through any of the object. So for that just make one table, observation table, which is shown here in the next page. So students, we see that a given objects or material could be transparent, translucent, or opaque, depending on whether it allows light to pass through it completely, partially, or not at all. Okay, so just make a table like this, and this is very easy, students, so you can make it as your own. Okay, so just make the one table, observation table, just like it. Okay, and write here objects, different objects or materials. Here are the three only, so you can write many objects or materials. And just write next column, view through the object possible, fully, partially, or not at all. That means in the next column, object is opaque, transparent, or translucent. Students, here if the answer is fully possible through the object, then your answer will transparent. If partially, then translucent. And if we can't see from this, not at all, that means opaque object. So you can write like this. Now see here, what exactly are shadows? Students, before that I want to show here shadow. See carefully, students, what is meant by shadow? An image is what you see in a mirror. A shadow is what you see as a rough outline of yourself on the ground. Students, what is meant by image? So the image is what you see in a mirror. So you always see in the mirror, isn't it? So this one is an image. Now a shadow is what you see as a rough outline of yourself on the ground or a screen. When in the sun, an image is formed by reflection or refraction of light. So shadow is when in the sun an image is formed by the reflection or refraction of light. Third point, shadows are made by blocking light. So just now we have studied opaque object, isn't it? So in that opaque object I told you three differences of three that objects. So third point of the opaque was that the shadow was dark because it do not allow the object to pass through it, isn't it? So that shadows are made by blocking light. Light rays travel from a source in straight lines. Okay, light rays travel from a source in a straight lines. Fourth point, if an opaque object gets in the way, it stops light rays from traveling through it. Okay, so this duster is an opaque object. So this one stops light rays from traveling through it, so that I can't see from this duster, isn't it? This result in an area of darkness appearing behind the object. The dark area is called a shadow. Here shadows are formed when an opaque object come across the path of a light. Okay, now next point, properties of shadows. See first one, shadows can be only seen on a screen. See, you can see my hand on the screen, isn't it? So shadows can be only seen on a screen. Screen means not a theater, that type of a screen. So screen means ground, building, like this screen. Okay. Now shadow is always formed in the direction opposite to the source of a light. So shadows is always in the opposite direction of the source of a light. See here, this shadow is can seen on the only screen, and the source of light is in front of me. So the shadow is here on the screen, opposite direction of the light. Now shadows are always black regardless of the color of the object or light. See, can you see my hand as a shadow? See, is there any color? No, the shadow is black in color, isn't it? Now the outline of the shadow is same as the outline of the object. Here see, the outline of the shadow is same as the outline of the object. Now shadow gives us some information about shapes of object. Okay, only some information, not exactly, isn't it? So these are the properties of shadows. Again, the closer the source of light to an object, the larger the shadow, and it will be smaller if the source of light is all away from the object. See here, this one is the closer, so the shadow is larger. If my hand I will take, see, so the shadow will be smaller. Now shadow of an object will be different size at different time. See, this one is very important, students. Shadow of an object will be different size at different time. Shadow in the morning will be different, in the evening will be different, but in the afternoon at 12 it will be above you, below you. So it will be same, you can see in front of you the shadow. Okay, so the shadow of an object will be different size at different time. Now see in textbook, students, here what exactly are shadows? Just now I told you about the definition of shadows, even I told you about properties of the shadows also. So we'll see exactly what is meant by this property. Does the properties are correct or wrong? So we'll see it by the activity. See here, activity 2. Now one by one hold each of the opaque objects in the sunlight slightly above the ground. What do you see on the ground? You know that the dark patch formed by each on the ground is due to its shadow. Sometimes you can identify the object by looking at its shadow. Here students, they have told us, just hold the opaque objects in the sunlight slightly above the ground. What do you see on the ground? You will see the shadow. Very good. You know that the dark patch formed by each on the ground is due to its shadow, isn't it? Now sometimes you can identify the object by looking at its shadow. So this property we have already seen in the, just now I have shown you the PPT, isn't it? Now see here, spread a sheet of paper on the ground, hold a familiar opaque object at some height. So what they asked us, see here, just hold one sheet of paper on the ground, here on the ground, and hold one object, opaque object. The object should be opaque, okay, at some height, so that its shadow is formed on the sheet of paper on the ground. So you will find the shadow of that opaque object on the paper. Okay, ask one of your friend to draw the outline of the shadow while you are holding the object. So just ask your another friend to draw and just draw the outline of the object. Now draw outlines of the shadows of other objects in a similar way. So you can draw the outlines of other opaque objects also in a similar way. Now ask some other friend to identify the objects from these outlines of the shadow. So this will be the fun for you, this will be like a game for you. You can do like this as per the game. So you can ask the other friend to identify the objects from these outlines of the shadow. How many objects are there able to identify correctly? So as per you can make two teams for that and you can play the game also. Now, do you observe your shadow in a dark room or at night when there is no light? Do you observe? Okay. Do you observe a shadow when there is just a source of light and nothing else in a room? It seems we need a source of light and opaque object to see a shadow. Is there anything else required? See students, what they have told us here, observe your shadow in a dark room or at a night when there is no light. So you can't see it properly, but when there is just a source of light and nothing else in a room, you can see your shadow. Okay. Now students, here is a activity 3. This is an activity that you will have to do in the dark. So here I can't show you that. In the evening, go out and open ground with your few friends. Take a torch and a large sheet of cardboard with you. Okay. So for this activity you need to do in the evening, and what else the appliances you need? A torch and a large sheet of a cardboard. Hold the torch close to the ground. Okay, like this. Hold the torch close to the ground. Shine it upwards. So the torch should be the upwards. Now, so that its lights fall on your friend's face. Okay, you now have a source of light that is falling on an opaque object. If there were no trees, buildings or any other objects behind your friend, would you see the shadow of your friend's head? So this does not mean that there is no shadow. Yes students, but there is a shadow. Okay, now after all, the light from the torch is not able to pass through his body to the other side, isn't it? So here in this activity there will be no opaque object, so you will not find a shadow. But if what you will do, after all the light from the torch is not able to pass through his body to the other side. Now ask another friend to hold the cardboard sheet. Here, see here, like this. Ask another friend to hold the cardboard sheet behind your friend. Okay, is the shadow now seen on the cardboard? Yes, because we need an opaque object. Here is a cardboard. For that, the shadow we can find on the cardboard. In first time, we don't have any opaque object, so we will not find the shadow. But here in the second time, we have a cardboard, so we will find the shadow of your friend. Thus the shadow can be seen only on a screen, the ground, walls of a room, isn't it? So students, today we have studied about light and properties of a light, even what is meant by shadow, properties of shadow, even we have seen the activities also. Students, you can do these activities in your home also, that will be fun for you. Okay, so do these activities, and in next period we will see our next point, just such as reflection, mirror image, like this. Okay, thank you students.